And that's how you want to breathe through the whole practice. So we're taking your body in and out of parasympathetic and sympathetic mode, which is fight or flight and rest and digest. And what that does is help you when you're off the mat to be able to be more proactive instead of reactive in your life. It helps your nervous system to take stress better. So it's very beneficial. And so I know a lot of the things I do is going to take you out of your comfort zone, but our comfort zone is not good for us. It's bad for us. So we want to be out of our comfort zone. And then we want to test our nervous system in a controlled environment, even though we're all like hanging over concrete. No? In the loud house on the left, like a scary movie. You know what I mean? So anyway, with the breath of fire, I'm going to do it with my mouth open just to show you guys, but you're going to do it with your mouth closed. You're going to press all the air out from your bottom belly. You're actually pressing all the air out, and your inhalation comes automatic. And so it's, except you're doing it through your nose, so it's, and I know that looks crazy. All my athletes look at me like I got 12 foreheads, and then all the time now they're like, I do the breath of fire before I work out now all the time. So it's really good. So like I said, if you're down, it will bring you up. If you're like too much, it will kind of just regulate you. So it's a really good breath to begin any kind of practice with. And so when we inhale a big belly breath, your ribs should come out. Your back should actually move when we breathe. We're horizontal breathers, not vertical breathers. And so you'll inhale deeply, and then you'll exhale, sink down, and close that V, allowing your diaphragm to kind of relax for a second. And then we'll inhale, and then I'll have you exhale, 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 exhale. And we'll do 3 rounds of 20. And so we do it with our eyes closed. And so just starting to kind of relax the body, leaving the outside world out. This is your time for you right now. And then inhale, big belly breath. And exhale, sink down and close the V. And then inhale deeply. And exhale, 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 exhale. Sharp exhalations through the nose. Exhale, 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 exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, 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 exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, 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 exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Take your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. And start to imagine your breath coming out through the center of your heart, through your chest. Really, really focusing on your heart. Imagining your breath coming out through the center of your heart. And I want you to imagine a time when you were really proud of something that you've done. Or maybe a vacation that you went on, you had so much fun. Or a girls' night out when you might have had 1 or 2 or 12 too many. Imagine those people's faces that you were with, the people that you love, that you're super blessed that you have in your life. And try to recreate that right now in your mind and in your body. And making a super ridiculous smile. Looking up towards the ceiling. Smile really dorky. Nobody's watching. Everybody's got their eyes closed. Except the camera. No, I'm kidding. And now try to be depressed. Try to think of something sad when you're smiling. You can't. So try to, every time you think of something that's sad or depressing, just look up at the ceiling and smile. Doesn't matter what people think, who cares? And then take your, oh, you still have it, sorry. And then just imagine the best you every day. It doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. So what is the best version of yourself that you can be every day? May this yoga practice heal and strengthen your body and your mind. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen your body and your mind. So open your eyes and reach up and grab your high handles. And then you're just gonna hold your body out and then just relax through your whole body, just kind of letting all your body weight relax through. If your knees touch the ground, that's okay to try to lift them up a little bit, but let the top half kind of completely relax through. And just breathe and hold. Thank you, Dora. If your knees are touching, you can also try to lean forward. Go ahead and take your tops of your feet down and just kind of lean forward a little bit. Just kind of stretching out your ankles and tops of your feet. And then just slowly releasing. So something we're always working on in here is grip strength, because if we don't use it, we lose it. Just like math, that crap's still on. And then slowly take it down to your psoas. So that's the muscle that attaches our thoracic spine, our ribs, everything comes all the way down and attaches to our femur, up top of our leg. It's a crazy muscle, it's weird. So, and it always gets super tight. And so when it gets tight, we start to get back pain, we start to get knee pain, we start to get shoulder and hip pain. And so you just kind of want to walk it down where it's like right above your pubic bone on the top of your legs. And it's going to hurt, and it's like you will love it later, probably not today, but and so you're just going to hinge forward. There's no real graceful way to do it. And then you just want to take your arms, walk them forward, and then try to come into a downward facing dog. And so your legs will slowly start drooping down towards your mat. And so I'll come over and adjust anybody that needs help. I'm going to take it down a little bit more for you. Yeah, because we're really trying to open up that psoas muscle. A little bit more for you. Just on that side. Try to get it on the other side. There you go.
They don't stick with it.
Yeah, and then so relax your head and neck. Yeah. And so inhale deeply through your nose, and then open up your mouth and side out. Inhale deeply through your nose, and open up your mouth and side out. Try to keep that same breath through practice, but with your mouth closed, making your exhalations longer than your inhalations. And just, I know it, relax through your arms like this. Yeah, breathe, I know. And then you're gonna take your legs and open up wide into a star. And try to get as vertical as you can with your sling. Oh gosh. Really opening up them hips. Your husband will love you later. And then take your hands back down to your mat, and you're going to take your feet out and around and then just hook them up and over. Okay. And then you're going to walk forward, reach up and try to grab your shins, and then just hang. So take them on the outside and in, yep, and grab the shins.
I do. I was like,
and then walk your body forward this way, and then reach up. That's right. And let go.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Yep. And then try to grab here. Yeah. And then try to relax down as much as you can. I have bruises. And then slowly release. I know, I've had so many husbands like, what are you doing to my wife? I'm like, I don't know, she obviously likes it because she keeps coming back, all right? No. And so take your feet and you're actually gonna step on your main sling, the thing that you're hanging in. So you're gonna step and try to lift up.
No. Oh, step on
Yes,
it.
step on it. Yeah, and then you're gonna try to lift up. Take your hands to the center. Yes, good. You've got good back muscles. So you're
Oh god. Yeah, I have like no back muscle. That's why I was like, what?
yeah, it's like we always forget to use our spine muscles, and they're very important, and it's a very sexy feature on women. A very sexy feature. This is one of the men will tell you that this and butts and boobs are like a thing. And then slowly release. Good job. And then if you want, you can try to just grab your straps and try to balance. And I know it looks like something that would be so easy. It's a little bit more challenging. But again, we want to really get those spine muscles. Look at you, Pam. Yeah, it's one of those things where it looks harder, and then so if you have your straps, just try to kind of let go if you can. Good job. Good job. And then you're gonna see what? Oh, you guys pay love taps. And then go ahead and come up. Yeah, so we're trying to open up everything before we kill it.
Lord help me now.
And so go ahead and take it down, bunch it up, and then take it right underneath your shoulder blades. And then just start to walk your body forward. So this is my tattletale pose. It tells me like how bad your posture is. And so like if we're constantly on our phone or we're constantly sitting or at desks, this will be very hard for you to breathe. So it'll get worse before it gets better. So breathe. Again, just trying to exhale as long as you can. And then inhale, reach your hands up and behind you. Breathe. And then you're going to hinge forward into your flying plank. And so make sure your body doesn't hinge forward, or we all know you got a great butt, but don't stick it out. And so just press your body forward. So really engage your quads, come up onto your tiptoes, forcing some core engagement, which is what we need for spine health. So breathe. Don't hold your breath. I do not know CPR, and you don't want this all up in you. And then slowly release. Now you're going to take it down to the bottom of your ribs. And then again, just slowly start to walk forward. And so just be kind of mindful at the beginning, be careful of your spine, and then just slowly take your hands down by your side if you can. And then exhale, reach back behind you. And then hinging forward into your flying plank. So it's super important we keep our spine bendy so we can actually get spinal fluid to the brain.
Definitely not bendy.
Do it.
That's like a lot. I'm not bendy. Clearly don't have enough brain power.
Just breathe. And maybe if you want to get some extra booty, you can lift and lift and lift. Lift. Y'all are like, no. not gonna do it. And then slowly take it down to your low back. And so being real mindful here again, taking your hands onto your main sling and just seeing where you are, taking a couple of breaths. And then see if you can take your hands down by your side. And then see if you can reach up and over. Breathe. And then hinge forward into your flying plank again. One last time. And then you can do some obliques. 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 Get that cute little cut. All right. I do specialize in the sexy muscles. And then slowly release. And so you're going to take your, you're just going to kind of hinge into your hip hammock, or whatever you want to call this. And then you're going to take your feet into your straps and then push your black clip all the way down. Some of you might have your thing, see how you're kind of pushed over to the side. So you just want to make sure it's like equally on each color. This is where it starts to get interesting. No, okay. Good. Good top. Just gonna move it a little bit. And yeah, we want it kind of right on the arch of our feet. And I know I get some people that complain about this pose, but then teach it. That was the one she taught in Mexico. I'm like, what? Every time I do it, she's like, ah! And then she goes, you hate it, but you love it. And so just grab your middle straps. I'm sure we all remember this. And so just kind of hinge down and let your body just kind of really like drape down. And let, it kind of feels kind of good. Yeah, you can reach out and touch someone. And so see if you can hinge your butt back even more and just really try to get that extension. So it's like we're trying to pull our hips this way and our spine that way. And then you're going to grab your main sling and stand up. Your workout does not have sex. It can be fun. Might as well play with it. Yeah, so we always forget to work on our feet, and that's actually what holds us up, but we never think about our feet, and that's our foundation. Like, we wouldn't want to build our foundation on something that's not working very well. And we always stick our feet in shoes and all that, so slowly just try to come to a split.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, where to go?
I don't even, I'm still alive.
Yeah, so make sure you take the hip and breathe. And then you'll switch legs.
Okay. Yeah, grab my
I can't. And then stand back up, and then you'll just kind of lay back into your sling. And then just relax down and back. Ah.
Oh, it's great. It's supposed to get like this.
There you go. Yeah, just relax down and back.
Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
this actually feels good though.
Really does.
Yeah, I love this one. Oh my goodness. And now reach up and grab your fabric of your middle straps. Because we're trying to work on our gripping strength, so don't cheat. It's like the first thing I see people do is this. So you want to just rip the fabric. So we don't want atrophying hands, that's no fun. And so legs are straight, quads are engaged, and then you're going to pull yourself up for 5, 4, to the side that I can't. 3, I like to think 2, and you're like, and 1. And then you're just going to lift up and then sit in your sling and just kind of open it up a little bit. Ooh. I'm like, I didn't use these to stand, and so I'm like falling out. And so just kind of make sure it's like really good under your butt right here, but you want it like right on the crack of your butt, or at least where like mine used to. No, before grabbing it. No. And then you're just gonna take your hands and reach forward and just take them forward onto your ankles or wherever you can reach, and just lean your body weight forward. So really try to let gravity, try to let gravity just kind of take your body down and forward. This is really good for the low back release. And it might feel like you're going to fall out, but you're not. Just keep leaning forward. Your body will let you know right before you're going to fall out. So we kind of lack intuition because we have so much stuff doing stuff for us that we don't know how to react as much anymore. I know I can swing it. And then take your right hand over to your left and reach over. And then switching sides. And then go ahead and slowly come out of your whole contraption.
I'm not good at sitting. It's my best yet.
And then you're going to take your right foot into your main sling. And then just take it down to your ankle. And then make sure your foot is flexed, your flying leg is flexed. And then make sure your toes are forward. So most of the time, as soon as everyone goes in this, their hip goes out back because it's what our hips want to do. They don't want to be opened up. And so make sure your hips are forward and then kind of pull back a little bit in that right hip. Yeah, I'm sore. And so you're gonna, you always want to make sure that you're pulling back within your shoulder blades, like you're trying to squeeze something back behind your shoulder blades, because we're always trying to lengthen in our spine. So as you hinge forward at the hips, you're just leaning your heart towards your ankle, kind of pulling your ankle towards you. Make sure your flying leg is flexed. And make sure you're not hyperextending your knee. You want it with a little tiny micro bend because you want to really engage all those muscles. Because we're always kind of working on our tendons as well as stretching. We're trying to strengthen our joints. And so breathe. So if we're not breathing correctly, our hamstrings will not open up. It doesn't matter how long we stretch. Our hamstrings need our breath. Just like when we lose our breath and our diaphragm, we lose our legs. So breathe. And then slowly come a little bit forward. And then slowly come a little bit more forward. Make sure you breathe and try not to clench up. So if we clench up, if our body does not feel safe, it will not open up. Then the stretching will be for nada. So breathe. And then option 3 to go a little bit further. And hold. And release. Good job, guys. Yeah, I didn't know you were that bendy, did you? So take the back of your left hand and whoosh, on the outside of your main sling, and you're pressing with the back of your hand to twist your body. And so taking your gaze up over your right hand. And then as you inhale, as you exhale, you're going to press more to twist more, allowing your breath to be like a rag, wringing out your organs. I'm sure we could all use some extra detoxing help. And then return, taking it down to the back of your knee. And then you're going to reach up and grab your high handles, and then just press your body all the way forward. Come on, everybody. So just pressing it forward again, making sure your flying leg is flexed. And then just kind of leaning that body forward. Make sure that back leg is straight and strong, up on those tiptoes as far as you can. And then press into your sling like you're trying to stamp your foot on the floor, and then balance. Stop and slowly release. Take your foot parallel with your mat, and then make sure you kind of pull your hips forward, give it like a little pelvic thrust. I know y'all are moms, so I know you know how to do that. No, I can't. So reaching forward, make sure your shoulders are up over your hips, and then your gaze is over your right fingertips. So we always want to work our neck muscles and stuff too. We don't do a whole lot of turning, twisting, all that stuff in our normal day. And then take your knee on the inside, your elbow on the inside of your knee, and press your knee away, and then reach up and over, trying to twist your chest up towards the ceiling. So like imagine you have like a light inside your heart, in your chest, and you're trying to turn it up towards the ceiling. So with each inhale and exhale, try to twist more, and then reach your hands up and forward with your palms down. As soon as I turn everybody's hands, it's like, more. It's like, wow! And then slowly release. Take it back down to your ankle again, and you'll still have that back foot parallel. Grab your main sling, the whole entire thing with your right hand. Reach up and over and grab your entire thing with your left hand. And then as you push away, you're going to pull back and look underneath your left armpit. So you push and pull. So we're like a bow and arrow. Just breathe. That was fun. And then slowly release. taking the hips back forward, and then just bend your knee, and you're gonna hop forward. Make sure your foot is parallel with your mat and not pointing down. You don't want your knee pointing down, you want your foot and everything to be parallel with your mat. And then just kind of press forward. So like pigeon that you see on the floor all the time, it's really hard and it hurts like everywhere. So this is like just, it's a flying version of it. So you're still getting the benefit here and not having to deal with all the extra stuff that goes on.
These for art studio. Has to get some of these for our workout.
These things are awesome. There's over 300 poses you can do in this.
Yeah, I love it.
Breathe. If you need a little bit extra, you can kind of push down on that right knee. So a lot of times people say that this hurts their knee, and most of the time that means that their hips are too tight. So if you have knee issues, everybody tells me, oh, I know this hurts my knee. I'm like, okay, that's because of this. And then slowly release. Taking that foot straight again, you're going to hop over, try to angle your toes towards the corner of your mat, and then you're going to sink down and back. So you can take your hands on your thigh to give you a little assistance, but make sure that your knee is preferably over your ankles, but definitely not past your toes. So we don't want to compromise our joints just to make our butt look good. And so see if you can balance, taking your arms out and breathe. Come up onto your tiptoes if you can. Come on, squeeze it or no one else will. And then come forward, squaring your feet, and then pull that right hip down and then pull your shoulder blades down and back, lengthening in the spine, just keeping your gaze down towards your toes. Make sure your knee is directly over your ankle again. So make sure we have that alignment. So if you need to, you can walk backwards. I know that's what everyone's trying to avoid because it gets your quads. Breathe. And then taking your hands back behind you, take a lot of weight, and then just try to straighten out that front leg a little bit. We had the truck boss show in here, and we had all these big bodybuilder truckers in here. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was hilarious. And then reach forward, kicking into your heels. Really trying to pull your body in two separate directions. Take your right hand down to the ground, and then slowly twist, taking your gaze up towards your left hand. So we always want balance in our life, and we have to start with ourselves. So breathe, find your balance. And then slowly take your left hand down towards the mat, and then try to stack those hips. Now I'm trying to stack my hips on top of each other. Gaze goes up towards your right hand. And then option 2, you can straighten out your front leg, your bottom leg. And then option 3, you can lift that leg up and out. Breathe.
Yeah.
No takers? And then taking it back in, you're going to reach down and back with your thumb facing down. And then sink down and back into a lunge. Really opening up in those quads. And so, yeah, bend your knee, yeah. There you go, yeah. Yes. And then just kind of sinking down and back, yeah. So really getting to the top of that knee and the quads. We want to feel good, not just look good. We want to feel good in our body too. And then slowly release. And so you can reach up. So leave your foot in there. And so you can either, depending on your flexibility, you can either grab the main sling and then start to kick forward, or if you're not that flexible, you can grab your middle straps. And just make sure if you grab your middle straps, you grab them with a wide finger overhand grip, and then you're going to kick and reach forward. So inhale, and then as you exhale, kick and reach forward. And then release. Good job, guys. Woo! And we got 2 legs. So all over again. Again. Like my grandson says, do it again to me. So again, make sure your toes and hips are forward. And then even try to pull back on that left hip. How we doing, guys? We good? I lost you yet. And then again, so pulling back in your shoulder blades, hinging at the hips, leading with your heart. trying to focus like every day. We want to really focus on our heart and our breath and imagine that things that we want are already happening for us and we're grateful for it. Taking the time to be grateful, thinking about what you think about every day. And then slowly release, taking the back of your hand on the outside of your main sling, and then twist, looking up over your left hand. Again, you want to press and keep trying to twist more, breathe. Deep inhale, belly breath, and then as you exhale, twist. And then slowly release, taking it back onto the back of your knee, and then reach up, grab your high handles, and then just press your hips forward. So make sure that back leg stays straight and strong, because we're really trying to work on those tendons, ligaments, all that. We want to keep our joints healthy, our ankles healthy. Okay, and so back up for just a second, because I'm taking a picture of you. I want to make sure you guys have some pictures.
Special.
Now wait until I kind of hurt y'all first. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. So make it look good, yo. No. Okay, so now we reach forward. And then act like you're stamping your foot down on the ground. And then balance. No pressure, the camera's on y'all. No pressure. Y'all look so beautiful. And then slowly release y'all like I'm gonna kill her. And then take your foot parallel with your mat. And then again, pulling your hips forward. And then you're gonna lean forward, taking your gaze over your left fingertips. And try to keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. And then slowly take your elbow on the inside of your knee, pressing your knee away. And then we're reaching up and over, palms facing down. And so it's like from your heel all the way up, like one solid ramp, not one flimsy ramp, one solid ramp. We're reaching what we want in the world. We're reaching for the things we deserve in our world. We're reaching because we know we're awesome. And then slowly release. Take it down to your ankle. And then slowly start to lean a little bit forward. And then slowly start to lean a bit more. And see if you can go a little further. Again, trying not to clench up. And slowly release, taking that back foot parallel, grabbing your fabric with your left hand, reaching up and over with your right, and then pressing away with the left and pulling back with the right, looking underneath your right armpit. Hopefully we all wore deodorant tonight. No. So really press your body away and pull back with that right hand, really opening up and then twisting. Maybe get a little brave and start reaching, leaning forward if you want. And then slowly release, bending your knee and then hopping forward. And making sure it's kind of parallel. And then just leaning forward and breathe. Maybe press down a little bit on that left knee. You should feel this all on the outside of your left butt, on the side of your hip, and your deep six muscles. And then slowly release, taking your toes towards the corner of your mat and then sinking down and back. And so you can use your knee to kind of help guide you down. Making sure your alignment is good. And then maybe taking your hands out, balance, coming up onto your tiptoes. You showed up on your mat, show up. The hardest part is showing up. And slowly hinge forward, and then pull that left hip down towards your mat. Pulling your shoulder blades down and back to lengthen in your spine. And then walking your hands back behind you, trying to straighten that front leg. Y'all aren't Morse coding on me yet, though. That's good. Usually everybody's leg is like shaking like this. It's like I say they're Morse coding. It's like SOS, help me. And then reach forward, kicking into your heels. I haven't seen any of that yet, so you guys are fit. Keep trying to take that left hip down towards your mat. And then take your left hand down towards your mat and then slowly twist, taking your gaze up towards your right hand. And then slowly take your right hand down, trying to stack your left hip on top of each other. Gaze up towards your fingertips. And then option 2, you can straighten that front leg. Option 3, you can lift that leg up and out. So challenge yourself.
Lift what?
You're one that's flying in there.
Okay.
And then slowly release, reaching down and back. You're grabbing your sling with your thumbs down. And then sinking down and back into your lunge.
We like the pictures.
I know. It's like amazing how much that like everybody's like, oh, this doesn't hurt. And then slowly reach up and over, grabbing your main sling or your middle straps. Going into our flying dancer. And if you're good on the pulling of it, see if you can start walking your hands down towards your feet. Show up more. Stop. And then slowly release. And so you guys are going to stay on that side facing that way. You guys are going to stay on that side facing that way. And then we're going to open up our black clips. And now we're going to actually get some work done. Y'all are like, I hate her. I think we can take her. And so just open up your sling wide. And so you'll stay on that side.
Okay.
And then you'll be facing that way. And so you'll get in your sling. And so you can either butterfly and stay in, or you can take your arms in the back. And then you're going to reach up and grab your high handles, and you can lift yourself up and in. So whatever floats your boat today. And so just realizing too that our body is in a different place every day. You notice sometimes like we can just be on point, we can get stuff done, our workout is awesome, we can balance on one finger, and then some days you can't even stand on 2 feet. And so that's your nervous system telling you, hey, we're kind of pissed because you're not giving us time. And so just knowing that you're chemically and mentally in a different place every day, so try not to judge your body when it doesn't work the way you want it to that day. And so you're going to go ahead and lower your black clips and try to pull your fabric as far forward as you can under your legs. And so yeah, you'll kind of just hinge and press it and press it and press it and press it. Yeah. Because you want about 6 inches back here behind your bootay.
Is that it?
Yeah, probably a little bit more. Wow, you're all good at doing scooching.
I've seen all the help I need.
And that's good. That's good. I'm just trying so it doesn't have so much fabric back there, because then it cuts into your back, and then you know. So, and then now I want you, so everybody take your black clips down. And then you're gonna take your legs down, like take your knees like down and try to bicycle them because we're trying to get it down towards the bottom of your butt. Like on that crease where mine used to be. Before children. So like right here. So you're gonna take your legs down. Will you and so see how low it is to bicycle your legs?
Oh, okay.
How are we doing over here? Yeah. The lower the better. Just because, like on right here, the lower. Because, but yeah. So you're good, you're good, you're good. And then you're gonna take your fabric, so take your arms back behind your main sling, and you're gonna grab both straps. So grab the fabric of both straps. And then I always tell everybody, watch me first before you go upside down. Watch me, and then as soon as I show everybody goes upside down. I'm like, oh, where's the kids? The kids actually wait. Like, they actually wait for me. The adults are like, ah! So when we're bicycling, to make sure it's down at the bottom of our butt, black clips are down, and then you're just gonna use your fabric to kind of guide you down. So we're not death gripping it because then it's really hard to wrap. And then your body's like already like what the French knows. Like, what are we doing? So you're gonna take your legs out as wide as you can and use your fabric to slowly lower your body down. Legs are gonna come out on the outside. Thank you, my demo girl. I love it. You guys both went upside down. Thank God, you're adorable. And then you take your heels in there, so you're gonna go out and then back around, and you're just gonna use I'm not holding on to this like this. I'm just using my fabric to move it out of the way so I don't wrap it. So see how I took my knees in and then double wrap. And then you want to lift up a little bit and try to lower it down onto your hips, and then you'll just lower it. Da, 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 da. Going now for real. So much.
I know. Okay, if I get
Like a bat. That one. Yep.
Here, looks good. Yeah.
Well, I was going with that husband, but then what if my like head is so oh my god, y'all look so cute. All everybody's hanging upside down. Try to and then take your heels.
Oh, so close.
And then back. Oh, so I can just do it this way. And so just make sure you don't have like a death grip, so you can kind of relax your feet. And then just make sure that you want this, so lift up just a little.
Okay.
And then
It's a very different view, y'all.
okay. And then I was like, wow, everybody's great tonight. Don't worry, I haven't lost one yet. I had $1 million players from these. I got y'all, I promise. And then slowly walk your hands forward into a downward facing dog. Just really trying to look like a big banana. And then once you relax through, yeah, would you grab my phone? So relax. No, so keep your hands this way. Especially if you have shoulder injuries, this is super important for your shoulders. A lot of times when we have injuries with our shoulders, we try not to do anything with them, which makes our shoulders way, way, way worse than if we would have tried to just stretch them and take a little bit of the pain. So breathe. And then look between your hands and take your right hand in the middle of your hands. And then take your left hand on the inside of your left knee, and then look up at your left hand. You should feel a real nice shoulder opener, yeah? This is like one of my faves. And then slowly switch hands. Y'all look so pretty upside down.
I got some difference. My boobs are the pop of the top.
Now, interlace your hands up and over behind you. Oh, yep. And try to keep your palms together because we don't want to risk our shoulders if we lose our grip and we bounce out. That's a really good way to hurt your shoulders. So breathe. Just kind of let gravity take your hands down. Now don't let me lose you mentally or physically here. Okay? Now take your right leg out and kick it behind you.
What?
Yeah. You just said what? And then you're going to reach back and grab your ankle with both hands, preferably.
Oh.
And so try not to touch the mat and try not to pull on your straps. Try not to pull on your straps. Yeah. I'm not going to get all the way around that. So the only thing that's keeping you from crashing to the floor, the only thing keeping you guys from crashing to the floor is the bind. So if you push on the mat and grab to your straps to help you, it can take out that bind. So just try to trust. We're trying to trust. That's another lesson that we're learning in here. And then kick. So try to kick if you can. Holding your ankle. So you hold your ankle and kick. Now take that leg back up and over. And then take your left leg out and kick it behind you. And then try not to touch the mat. I know it's easier said than done. That's the first thing everybody wants to do when they go upside down. And they want to do this, which is not good. And then slowly take your left one out. And then reach back and grab your ankle. And see if you can do it both. Yeah. And then try to kick. Yes. So now we're getting our shoulder opener, we're getting chest, quads, hips, we're getting it all done at one time. You know, we ain't got time for this, right? And we gotta stretch it all at once. Nobody got time for that. Now don't let me lose you mentally or physically again. Take your right leg out and kick it behind you. And so try not to hold on your straps.
Well, it's kind of on my feet.
And so,
I'm out.
If you want to come up, you can come up this way. I can see you got a neck grip on your straps and they're behind your leg. So try to take both legs out behind you. So yeah, there you go. And then just reach back and grab your ankles. Yes. You got it. Trust. Oh, you're okay. It's all cool except I can't drop. Nothing. That's the hard part. So we're trying to teach you a lot more than just an exercise. So yoga's a lot more than just an exercise. Actually, just the way that your body looks during yoga is just kind of the side effect, but it's not the purpose.
Oh, I would have never allowed myself to just do that by myself.
Exactly. You got to learn to trust your body, and you got to learn to come out of your comfort zone. Because our comfort zone is very poisonous for us. It keeps us from growth. And so reach down and grab your straps and then help your body back up. Take your arms and wrap them around your main sling and just relax on your main sling. Yeah. Now you can have your straps back. He's like, I want them. I'm like, I know. There's like a whole reason. I'm not just trying to be mean. One, for safety, and two, for like, yeah, just kind of relax. How are you guys doing? Did you guys feel nauseated or anything when it was like out?
Yeah.
You said
Like
yeah.
at the very end. Yeah, like my.
Yeah, because I kept you guys down for quite a while. So if you can stay upside down for 7 minutes, you can actually get a quarter inch back in your spine. You can start putting spine fluid back together. We can start squishing all the discs. But 7 minutes. I think we're upside down for 2. No. Now you're going to go ahead. You're going to, same thing. You're going to take your legs back out wide again. And then going back down, out. Instead of double wrapping though, we're just taking the soles of our feet together. And then lower down. Oh, I love this. It's kind of a dork, by the way. Just in case y'all haven't already noticed. Me and you, girl. I'm gonna need you to stay in class. No, it's so natural. It's so natural for you to do that, and that's why I'm like so adamant about it. No. And so you're gonna reach on top with your straps.
I don't want to do it, but it's not working.
Okay. Yeah. I'm grabbing both straps.
There it is. I'm like, I think, do I need to like?
Yeah. Yeah. After I did it, I was like, yeah. Yeah. There you go. Got it. Perfect. Perfect. And then just take your arms out straight. Reach out and touch your neighbor with your hands up on top. So make sure your hands are this way. And then just not not a lot, but just barely kind of press down. Kind of helping with the tension in our head and neck. Relax your head and neck. Woo! I'm like, girl.
Wendy is going to need to
Now take take your straps and put them and picture they're in front of your arms and they're not behind your knees. So see how I'll come over here. Don't move. You stay right there. So everybody
Don't
else,
worry, I don't think I can.
see how your straps are. Yeah, so yeah, you need your straps to come out this way, and then your arms go. You help her get her. So her hands are this way.
Oh, see that one.
And then you're gonna press down into a push-up, arching your back. So you're gonna arch your back this way. So press. So this way, press this way. Oh, yes. Yes, good job. Can you get a bunch of pictures? Okay, so and then straighten out your legs. Yes. So press up. Come on. And let go of these legs. Let. Oh my goodness. I'm like, you are incredible. My goodness. I'm gonna try that for something.
Oh my gosh.
No, how did you do? Don't take that or something. Cool. And then straighten your legs. That's hard. There you go. Good. You keep them underneath. Perfect. Great job. Good. And so everybody try to stay so we can get a picture. No pressure. But if you feel like you need to lower back down, you can take the soles of your feet back together and then just lower back down. Or you can try to give me 10 push-ups.
I don't think I'm going to get that.
Yeah, so you'll just lower down and then press back up.
Oh, yeah.
And lower down. So usually we try to go completely vertical. So we'll try to go completely vertical and then press back up. And you press up to really arch your back and press. Like this.
Only with your help.
Okay. All right, let's go. Come up. So come up this way.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
One more.
I did 2 and I was like, okay, maybe 3. We automatically came together.
Got my hands up.
And then again, wrap your arms around your straps. Relax. Whenever you come up. Or if you want to stay upside down, take your arms back behind you, like this, where your elbow. Yes, that's so yummy. That is yummy.
This way.
Oh, nope. No. No, so arch your back this way.
Okay.
Like this. Oh, you want to come back up? Oh, yeah. So this way. Yeah. I thought you want to go back in your push-up. Okay, so grab your straps and let go of your straps, and then grab the fabric. And then unleash your death grip you have up here. Good.
Yeah.
Like she's got a death grip like I've never felt before on that thing. Her feet are like pop. My feet are not moving.
Yeah.
And then slowly come back up, and then just wrap your arms around your main sling, and relax on your forehead. Good. I know I seem like a crazy lady, but we are not trying to grow our minds and our bodies. We start to die. Like literally, that's where aging comes in. I am not gonna age. I am not gonna age. Okay. That's why I have to be perfect men, because they, men can't even keep up with me. No. And then, so slowly come down onto your mat. Y'all never loved the ground so much. And then you're going to take your straps, move your black handle up, and then take your white one over to the left. So you're kind of going to crisscross them, and then move that up and the black handle up to the side, and then up over there. So make sure you crisscross them. Is there? Look.
Oh, see, that was better. That was messed up.
Yeah, and so yoga is a right brain workout. Most other workouts are a left brain workout. And so we're actually having to think, we're having to breathe, we're having to work on with our nervous system, we're having to do a lot of different things at one time. So that's why we grow so much quicker in yoga than we do in any other exercise. There's so much more going on, so it's a right brain workout. So that is why your brain is probably ready to explode right now. And so interlace your hands underneath you and then try to walk your shoulders underneath your back and then lift up. Try to take your chest towards your chin, not your chin towards your chest. Good. So with each inhale and exhale, try to press up higher. And now release your glutes. And press up higher. Now really check in. Did your glutes come back in when you press up higher? So really trying to connect the mind to the body. We've like gotten so out of our own body. And then slowly lower down. And then you're going to turn over onto your sumo. So come over this way. Yep. Yep. And then just come onto your stomach. Yep. Yep. And come onto your stomach. It is not graceful to get in these when you don't have the straps in there. I think everybody should turn around though, so everybody's facing each other. I think that'd be funnier. So let's do it. Come on, we only get one life. So you guys can either leave your feet in there and try to walk your body around, or you can switch the feet. But you probably want to do the crisscross and flip again because it's really hard to just try to get those feet back in there. It's really awkward. Oh, sorry. Good. All right. And so we're going to come up into a plank position. So if you can only do your forearms, awesome, but you showed up. So show up, come to a full plank. Now make sure you're engaging your core so you're not jumping down in your back. Your quads should be completely engaged. So really lift that body up, flexing your feet, pressing into your heels. Now pull your knees into the back of your arms and squeeze. And then release. Pull your knees into the back of your arms and squeeze. And release. Again. And back. Again, come on again. So listen to what comes up when you're being challenged. What is the story you tell yourself to come out of the pose? So that is the voice we're quieting in yoga. And then slowly lower down. And then just kind of come up to an awkward scoop pose where you just have your hands down and you just kind of press up. Your legs are up. You are pulling your low back. So are you. Oh my gosh, I know.
No, I'm I think this is the first time I've been able to.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. And so take your right foot out and then come onto your right side for right side plank. And so you can do elbow or straight arm. And then really try to straighten that bottom leg though and press into the outside of the feet. Hold and breathe. Again, what's the story that you're telling yourself to come out of it when it gets hard? Try to break that pattern, slowly lower down, good. And now you're gonna walk your body back and take your knees back, and keep walking your body back where it feels like you're almost gonna go into the splits in the back. And so again, do not let your head check in. Not like anybody specific or anything. And then just take your hands out. Make sure your elbows are directly under your shoulders. So alignment is super, super important. That's why I got a lot of clients from like CrossFit. No, I'm kidding. I have to fix no. But so make sure always your alignment is super important because your shoulders are all of this entire thing right here is only attached to our ribs right here. So it's really important that you really protect that area. And so you're going to press down because we're working on our rotator muscle. So hollow out your back and just kind of press down and make sure you get that feeling of pressing into your mat. Like you're going to lift and lift. And then you're going to press down into your flying leg. Do it with me. And lift your leg up and over and keep your gaze in between your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, guys. You got this. So go lower down and come back further. So the further you go back, the easier and the better it is and the prettier it is. So hold on, let me get a camera. So if you guys want a picture, if you want to wait, and I'll come around and get a picture because that's a really cool, pretty pose.
Yeah, we can actually do it. I don't know why I have my back.
Where did my phone go?
I don't know if your battery died.
Oh.
So I started taking.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Alrighty. So who wants to go first? Okay. So yeah, back up just quite a bit further. Both of you guys, wait, get back up a little further. Maybe not that far. Just come up a little further, like that. All right. And then take your gaze in between your hands. And then lift your leg up. Woo! So you have to really engage your core to not swing. So, let me come over here. Will you come over, Nora, or Pam, will you hold her thing? Yeah, so you want to be still pressing into that. Make sure you're engaging your core, because our core is actually what holds our body up. Good, yes.
Oh, that one.
Woo! That's pretty. See, y'all just need a little love. And then slowly lower down. All right, ladies. You go over, Pam, you go over and hold there.
I think I put my next shoes here. I got it up a second ago, but I don't know how like it was. Hey, who wants something to my leg? Got it. Are we ready?
And so can you hold hers at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. All right, come on, ladies. Camera's on, so you gotta make it look good. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, no. Yes.
I'm telling you, this is what it is.
Yes. Very great.
It's in there.
Yes. If you back up a little bit more, we can get you. Girl, I got faith in you. I got faith in you.
Really? As long as
Never leave a man hanging. And so, yeah, come back. Come back. Back.
Here, do you want us to take a picture?
If you want your microphone's right there.
I got one.
Okay, now take your arms and open them up. And now press down into your elbows. So really press down into those elbows. So like hollow out your back. Yep, and press. You feel that? Pressing into the elbows?
Yeah.
Okay, and then take this leg straight. And you're going to press down into this leg and lift that leg up and over. Yes, yes! You said it! You did it! I had faith in you. I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, ooh, you got like 2 seconds. Ah!
Yeah.
All right, so switch legs. You all should have top of your face. Yeah, you got 2 of those. So take your right foot in now, because you took your right foot out. Take your right foot in.
I know, I just
Take your right foot in.
I think I'll just cheer this one on.
Shake on up.
Oh my goodness.
And then trying to really balance on the outside of that foot.
Oh, are we going back?
No, so we're doing the side plank first.
Oh, yes. Okay, I don't remember what we did.
So side plank. And then you can see if you can lift your leg and do a flying side plank. Oops.
Literally flying. Literally flying.
Like, reach out and touch your neighbor. You're not going to come in, you're just not trying hard enough. And now start walking back, walking back. So remember, you want to walk back further than you think because you're going to try to stack your hips up over your shoulders. And then make sure you're taking a lot of pressure into those elbows. You're really pressing down. And so pressing into that flying leg, engaging your core, and then lifting that leg up and over. And then each inhale and exhale, you want to press to lift higher. Good job, good job. See, you guys didn't even need to be held this time. Whoa! That's what I'm talking about. Good job, you guys. See, you didn't let your brain tell you you can't do it. The first time you guys were like questioning it, y'all looked at me like I had 12 foreheads. And then you guys were just like confident, like. So that is what we're trying to do in yoga. We're trying to show ourselves how awesome we are. Yeah? So take your black clips up, and then you're going to take your feet into your straps, and then open up your fabric onto your heels, like this, for the hardest pose of the evening.
That doesn't sound very good. Considering I'm like,
and so both feet, sorry. I know. It's like, I think your heel had some fingers on that. Like, your heel had gripping it. And then just kind of scoot your body forward, like kind of where your sling would have been hanging down. And then just lay your arms down, palms facing up, because we're women, so we need to be more receiving. We're always giving. And then just relax your body down, letting your body be as heavy as you can in your mat. If a thought comes to you, recognize it as important or not, and then swipe it away. Give your mind and your body this time to absorb your practice. Shavasana.